Well, I think I have a new favourite Marvel movie. Captain America Civil War. So before I start this review, I'd like to say that I went to go see this movie twice. The reason I did this is I didn't want this to be a fanboy review. I just didn't want to say that this was amazing and spectacular without touching on some of the flaws that the movie has. And the movie does have flaws. In my opinion, every movie has flaws. No movie is flawless. No movie is perfect. So the first time I went to see this movie was as a fan. And the second time I wanted to critically analyse every frame, every scene, every shot used in this movie. And as you can probably guess by my intro, I still love this movie. It is an incredible movie. It's been highly anticipated since it was announced, and it definitely paid off. And this movie basically starts out by addressing something that every reviewer has had flaws with the other Avengers movies, and that is the collateral damage. Whether it be New York in Avengers, Washington in Captain America Winter Soldier, or the floating island in Avengers Age of Ultron. I can't remember the name of the island. But in all that, civilians definitely died, and they never addressed it in those movies. However, in here, they do. And because of all the casualties, the government believe that the Avengers should be watched. They should be controlled. They should be told which situations to get involved in and which ones to stay out of. And while some people really agree with this, mainly Tony Stark's side, others don't, that being Captain America's side. And things only escalate from there when a bomb goes off and kills a king, and that bomb is blamed on the Winter Soldier Bucky. And due to Bucky being Captain America's close friend, he is determined to prove that Bucky is innocent, and in doing so goes against the Avengers and the government. Meanwhile, Iron Man is determined to get the evidence before actually saying it definitely wasn't him, so that's where there's a bit of a clash. And that's the basic plot for this movie. The only concern I really had going into it is because this movie has such a large cast, are they going to be able to incorporate every character and give them a fair amount of screen time? And I have to say, this movie did it perfectly. Every character got their fair share of scenes. And not only that, they made all of their scenes their own. Everyone involved in this movie definitely brought their A game. First off, the main cast that we all know, Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, all the original cast members, they all did a great job. They were basically born to play their roles. And the reason I'm not touching on them is because we've seen them all before. We've seen them all give great performances in their individual movies. What I would like to touch upon though is the newcomers in this movie, especially Chadwick Boseman, who plays Black Panther. And much like I was expecting, he was a badass in this movie. He gave a great performance as Black Panther. He was sympathetic, he was honourable, and he absolutely kicked ass. Martin Freeman was in this movie, who did give a good performance, but I really feel like he was a bit underused. The guy's only in like 2 to 3 scenes. But the person who stands out, and who everyone was most worried about, was Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Now, I had no problem with Tom Holland's age, because in the comics, Spider-Man is a teenager. However, due to Marvel getting the rights to Spider-Man while nearly wrapping up Civil War, I was very scared that they were just going to force him into this movie for no reason. I am so pleased that I can say that they did not do that. In fact, they nailed Spider-Man. He was awesome in this movie. Tom Holland gave a great performance as Peter Parker. He was awesome, he was badass, and he was incredibly cocky, which made for some great laughs in this movie. He was one of my favourite aspects of this entire movie, and Tom Holland is definitely on the way up there to be in competition with Tobey Maguire as the best Spider-Man. Another thing that I really loved about this movie was Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. And like I said, I'm not going to touch on him too much because he has had 3 Iron Man movies out and 2 Avengers movies. But in this movie, we get to see a very dark side to Iron Man. Like, normally he's a very cocky, very suave Tony Stark. He knows how to remain in control, but there's a point in this movie where he just loses it, and Robert Downey Jr. absolutely nailed it. He was great yet again in this movie. And all of this is helped by the Russo brothers' amazing directing. Just like in Winter Soldier when they had that spy espionage style, as well as some awesome action sequences, they incorporate all of that and more into this movie. They did a great job in directing this movie. It was incredible. Each shot is done with such care and precision. It really shows that they care about these characters and they don't want us to miss out on anything important. And they managed to make this movie not only pretty dark, I mean, it's one of the darkest Marvel Cinematic Universe movies I've seen, but because I expected that tone going into it, I didn't expect it to be so funny either. There are some great laughs to be had in this movie, so I have to give props to the Russo brothers for doing that. They made this a fun, dark, hilarious, action-packed, and heartfelt movie involving superheroes. Now, there are a few little issues that I had with the movie. One of them being that the villain in this movie definitely isn't one of Marvel's best. He wasn't the most compelling villain, nor the most threatening, and I feel like if you'd have tweaked the script around a little bit, he could have been removed from this entire movie and still have the Civil War happen. Another, as I mentioned, I thought Martin Freeman was a little bit underused in the movie, and there are some moments of shaky cam that happen which didn't really annoy me, but it was noticeable, and it did give me a little bit of a headache. But none of that took away from how awesome and action-packed this movie was. Guys, if you're a Marvel fan or even a movie fan, definitely check this movie out. You'll have so much fun with it. I know I did. And so I'm going to give Captain America Civil War 5 stars. So, Captain America Civil War, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends, that'll help my channel out a lot. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.